Eh, Are we online? Okay. Yep. Yes. I think we are online. Okay. So morning, everyone. Morning to the people in Singapore, and then for the US folks, of course, it's the evening time. I believe it's about 9 if you are staying. I mean, if you are is using Eastern time, 9 p.m. So yeah. Good day to everyone. And okay. So now we are back to this analysis that I have for weekly. So weekly analysis, which I will be covering mainly in the forex market, and then also sometimes I will take a look at other instruments. I mean, for example, the US S&P 500, which is one of the um, instrument that I do trade as well. So yeah, without further ado, I think we can start for this week analysis. What I will be looking at now, I mean, this is the forex factory. So yeah, as a trader, you should be very mindful about the um, news that's coming up for the coming week, or even for the day itself, when you're conducting your analysis or going through your charting. Okay, so of course, for next week, if you can see, Monday is it likely will be a light trading day. I mean, as usual, Monday, Friday, yeah, usually it might be a bit slower than as compared to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, if you have noticed about that. Okay, so Tuesday wise, there's a pound news on Tuesday, then Wednesday as well. GDP also a quite a key number that you all should take note of, especially if you are trading the pound. Then on Wednesday itself, you have US CPI. I think yep, pretty much it's also related to the inflation numbers, and yeah, you would want to keep a lookout on this as well. And then Thursday comes the exciting day where you have the European monetary policy, right? So that will definitely move the Euro USD, which is one of the most there will be yeah. Volatility in the market for sure. Then Friday, I think the most yeah, most of them are the US on the US side, the news, and then for the Asia one, likely will be this China data coming out for the industrial production. So yeah, that's so much about the what you call that, the forex calendar. And then let's move on to the next thing, which is our chart. Okay, so chart, yep. I would actually like to go through what has happened last week, and I mean the usual stuff. This week I think is the week of 36. I mean, coming this week will be week 36, and then last week was 35. So yeah, just review what has happened over the last week, especially those that I have specifically mentioned in my ideas, right? Okay, so yeah, I mean USD, it is in, like I mentioned, it is in this band, and then on Monday it actually did a little pullback before it went back bursting upwards. Okay, so that's where I do have my bias of going up as well, because reason being very simple, because the thing is that for the USD, it has not shown any significant weakness so far since, I mean, last Friday, right? You see Thursday. I mean, it's not last Friday, but the week before, which is the November payroll data release. So you have Thursday, Friday, which was on the 1st September, and then on last Monday itself, it did a little pullback before it break up further. So breaking up further, of course, after that is yeah, you should be um, conducting, or resuming your what you call that, with trend pullback trades or whatnot that you are familiar with trading. So yeah, this for the USD, I do think it still might have some room to move up. I mean, just of course to take note of this recent high on the daily as well. Okay, since it has already cleared this last high, then yeah, the next target should be here around 105, maybe 105, 105, 80 to 105, 106. Yeah, around this range. I mean, of course, it's not exact number, but somewhere around here. Okay, here should be the next target that it will be targeting. Okay, so that's that for the USD. Bias is that it's still likely it will be moving up. Okay, so you can take a look at this uptrend. So yeah, I will also overlap the analysis. I mean, in terms of like, okay, there might be overlapping in terms of I will be also reviewing what I am. I mean, what I am bearish or bullish about for this pair. If let's say I did have some thoughts and analysis on it. So yeah, pretty much is this um, um, what you call it, upwards channel that is moving along. So yep, um, of course this is on the high side, but if you were to trade last week pretty much on the lower band, maybe after this two low has been formed, you can draw a trend line which it will be supported eventually like this. So yep, this where I say the pullback are the places where you can go on long for the US dollar majors. I mean, it can be Euro USD, can be Pound USD. This is a USD basket. I mean US dollar index, which is a basket of major currency that it is comparing with. Okay, so this is the index. And then okay, so for the last week, I think I did also mention about S&P, I believe. Yeah, S&P, Swiss franc yen. Yeah, Swiss franc yen, S&P. Yeah, so for Swiss franc yen, I think I was looking at this as a bounce from the um, low, right? Yeah, yeah, should have upside. I mean, this I think should be over. Yeah, over here was what I mentioned last week. So yeah, if we were just to go and take a quick look, I mean, just a quick one to see why and what were the thought process. So basically you have this support over here, unless otherwise it is broken, and of course you might want to what you call it, deploy uh, another strategy that you're going to trade, especially if it really broke down and continue breaking further. And of course, after that, the pullback will be your opportunity to look for shorts, right? For let's say, for example, US dollar, no, this Swiss franc yen. But as of last week, what actually happened was that over here I do see some potential turning on this Swiss franc yen, and of course this is a very bullish and uptrend pair. Of course it can also anytime go sink further, right? Nothing is 100% in forex, but yeah, so this is a abnormal okay, I mean it's not the normal type of textbook head and shoulder that you see. You do have the left shoulder, you do have the body, which is the head, or rather the body, yeah, whichever way you call. So this is the higher high that was formed on the 1 hourly, and this is the what you call that, the right shoulder that you should be seeing. So upon breaking up, of course this is where you should go on long already for this Swiss franc yen. Okay, so that's so much on the background for this Swiss franc yen. And then of course I did mention about S&P 500. So for S&P 500, a bit textbook textbook-ish type of setup as well. And I mean, of course, on the daily itself, I do see that it has already formed a higher high, but this high wasn't really able to sustain and push up further. So upon, I mean, understanding it on the lower time frame and all that, then I did mention that this would likely to, if it were likely to break, then of course it will continue moving downwards. So this was the break, and then subsequently, of course, this is what has happened after the breach. Okay, so hopefully your guys have many, I mean, your guys managed to actually get on this downward move by the S&P. So yeah, I think these are the two pairs that I have. I did mention about it on my ideas. You can go back to look at it. And yep, since we are on this S&P again, then I mean we are on this S&P, then yeah, why not we start our analysis over here. So yeah, one of the instrument that I wanted to cover is also for the S&P. So S&P, you can see it has, like I mentioned, already had a higher high on the daily time frame. And then let's go down to the 4 hourly, and 4 hourly you do see that it did quite a decent pullback over here already. So this pullback, if you need sorry, not this one. Okay, so if you were to see or look at it in terms of Fibonacci retracement, it has already pulled back quite significantly, almost half to 62%. So likely here could have some reversal, which also brings back, I mean, brings across to this point where I've mentioned over here. Yeah, okay, this title I didn't put S&P, but anyway, if you were to click on it, then yeah, you can actually see that this is for the S&P 500. And okay, so this is something that I do see over here, a consolidation. You can call it a bot, yeah, it can be two or three bottom, or it can also look like a what you call that, head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, right? So yeah, I will be looking at it to break up, and then of course if it were to subsequently pull back and go up, that would really tell us that yeah, S&P would be resuming its uptrend again. Okay, so that's on the S&P. And then of course, on the other way around, things might get ugly if it were to break down further, and then yeah, this can also happen. So that's for the S&P. And then the other pair, actually I want to just take a quick look, is the euro pound. Okay, so I mean I have already shared what I think about USD. So for USD, it is still biased on the upside, but with extra cautions because of the extent, I mean the extent that it has moved up and stuff like that. So for the yeah, for this, um if I were to just look at euro and also the pound, I think pound, it seems weaker as compared to the euro. So if I were to go on short on the US dollar major, then probably pound will be my preferred choice. And then yeah, jumping back to the euro pound, then that also explains why I do think that it might also reverse on the euro British pound. Okay, EG. Okay, so reason being, of course, this is on the downtrend. It can be I mean on the daily, on the 4 hourly, it seems like it is getting, forming lower low. Okay, so of course, on that note, then I'm actually looking of a possible short, because it has come back to this zone to retest the last high. Okay, then looking at the lower time frame on the 1 hourly, then of course this could be a potential double top that, yep, if it were to break, then of course it is going to come down further, right? Okay, so yeah, this is just a, okay, maybe this not so applicable. Okay, so that is on EG, or you call it Euro Pound. Then I am also interested, or rather, yeah, looking at this pound, no, not pound, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, Australian dollar, Swiss franc is on the downtrend on higher time frame. Then of course it has already break this trend line, and then it's pulling back up. So it's also coming back to this area of zone, or rather zone of resistance that is over here. Then just, yeah, anticipating that there would be some um, reaction over here. Okay, so over here, if you were to go down to a lower time frame, then of course, yeah, might be looking for um, this very bearish flag to play out again, to break, and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, something like this. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can plan accordingly. I mean, it does happen again and again. You look at it over here. If you can't see, this is the one, the flag. This is the second flag, and then there's also this type of flag. And yeah, if you were to trade with the trend, then of course you're looking at this type of flag, this type of flag, for it to break down and continue further downwards. Okay, so yeah, nobody know where it's going to end for sure on its downward moves. Maybe it's starting to reverse already. Yeah, I won't know for sure. So yeah, this is what you can see on, if you were to zoom out on the daily time frame. Okay, so this was, I think, the pandemic low. Yeah, the fresh flash sale of the Australian dollar after the I mean, just right after the pandemic news. Okay, so yeah, ever since from 2021, it has been coming down pretty significantly for Aussies. Yeah, Aussies dollar. Okay, so yeah, today is pretty much that. That's what I want to cover for today. And then if you do find that the information that I share over here, the analysis that I share over here are useful, then yeah, you can actually share with your friend, or you can just give me a thumbs up and like, and then yeah, that will be pretty much appreciated. Okay, thank you for your time, and then see you all next week. Bye.